Hello everybody and welcome back to Magical Budgets. It is Amanda and today we are going to talk about our May 2024 debt update. It is June 7th, I believe, is when I'm filming this. So I've had time to kind of look at everything. Of course, I looked at everything a couple days ago and just now have time to film. So I hope I have all of the stuff out that I want to show you. So the beginning debt balance, we'll just say balance as of 5/1. If I can spell, that's horrible. My balance as of 5/1 was $79,067.80. Okay, and my big goal this month was to pay off one of my credit cards. So this is going to be kind of a multi-part thing. So for the balance, this month, okay, so this month total, I won't put total reduction, because it's not what I paid, because obviously so much interest, you know, was part of this. So total reduction was $1,521.75, which brought the balance down, woohoo, to $77,546.05. So I was very, very, very pleased with that, because the last few months, the last 3 months actually, I have not paid over, my reduction has not been over $1,000. Like, it was 414, right at 415 in April, 900 in March, and a little over 800 in February. So I've not had a $1,000 month since January. So I'm so excited that it came down $1,500. Now, this is how I did it. So obviously I made all my regular payments like I've been doing. But my problem was I have a US bank card, okay? So US Bank, I had it down at the end of, you'll find it, at the end of April. So, or I guess my April statement. So my April statement had it at $530.90. Well, I added to it. And for the life of me, at this current moment in my brain, I'm not even sure what I added to it. I'm thinking 1 week's groceries went on it. I think, I don't know what all I put on it. But anyway, it went up to, I checked it to see how much I owed on it. And it was $1,049.70. And that was, you know, you hit your like breaking point and it's like, okay, enough, we're not doing this anymore. So it went up to $1,049.70. And I said, no, I'm done. We're not doing this anymore. I'm not playing with this card, because I keep, you know, it's my lowest balance. So I'm like, oh, well, if I need something, then I'll just put it on that card. No more. That card is officially gone. So I said, that's it, no more. So I had $300 in my checking account to put towards a debt payment. So on 5/10, I paid $300, which brought it down to $749.70. Yeah. Well, then also on 5/10, before, it may have been the 8th or the 9th, but it cleared on the 10th. So 5/10, I added $49.80 because it was gas. Okay, so that brought it back up to $7.99. Do you see how I play with it? It's like, oh, I'll just add a little bit here and there and it'll be fine. No. So on 5/15, I paid the payment. This was like the minimum payment that comes out automatically was $58. So that brought it down to $741.50. And then what I did, I took that $741 and I divided it by 3 to figure out how much did I need to pay each week to pay it off by the end of the month. And it was about $230 some is what I needed to pay each week. So, so 5/17, what I did, I think this was the 17th. I had some stuff here at home. I had some Scentsy products that I needed to unload. I had $70 consignment. I sold like $40, $50 worth on Macari that came through. My mother-in-law babysat one day, so I saved like $30 on babysitting, and then I think the rest of it was all Scentsy stuff. So I made enough to pay $235 that week. So that was the payment. This is the 10th is where I decided, okay, we're going to divide this up. So I had a week, I made $235, so I paid that on it, which brought it down to $506.50. Okay, so then the next week I did the same thing. I had a yard sale. A few more of those Scentsy things sold. My mother-in-law babysat all week, so I saved like $90, 100. Yeah, I only had to pay babysitting one day instead of 4, so I saved, yeah, $90 with that. So the 24th, 5/24, I paid $225, which brought it down to $281.50. But then interest went on it, and I'm not exactly sure what the number was, but it went up to $343. And so then I got paid on 5/31, and I just took that and paid the $343, and so that went to 0. So I paid off $1,000 credit card in a month because I was absolutely determined that I was not paying on this card after May. May was it. Now, right now it's sitting at 0. I don't know if something will come up to where I have to pay interest on, you know, for however many days I had a balance on there in May during the statement time. I'll just have to wait and see. I did go ahead and get a statement from them saying it was 0. So I don't know if I'll have anything to pay in July. I don't have anything to pay in June because it's paid off, but I don't know if something will come up and I have to pay like some kind of interest or something in July. But anyway, for right now, that card is paid off. So US Bank is paid. Love that. So this was my US Bank. The starting was $1,930. And so, I mean, I hated it because it was there, and then I got it down to like $1,000, and then I got it down to $500, and then I ran it right back up. So this is one where it's like, okay, it's paid for, it's done. Sorry, you can't see the whole thing. I love these forms because they're so motivating. So anyway, so that card is done. It is paid. I put 5/31/24 for my finish line. So that one is paid off. So excited. So the other things that I have, like a full, I'm gonna move this out of the way. So I have like a whole notebook that I keep a lot of these forms in. So like here is my big one. So I started out, it was like $86,900 and some dollars. So anyway, I put $87,000. So this is like the total, and the date I started, this is like the total debt payoff, and this is how far I am. Am I like a way long ways away? Yes, I am, but I can see that there's progress being made. Now the other thing, my goal for the year was $15,000, and so instead of, you know, thinking $15,000, I had the number $65,000 in my brain, even though I started the year trying to find it. I started off the year owing $82,000, and 15 off of that should be like 67 something, instead of 65. So I was really putting myself in the hole, thinking I needed to pay off more than what I actually did. So what I did, I printed off some of these sheets, and this is like twofold. First off, I don't know if you've ever read the book, The 12-Week Year. I think that's what it is. Anyway, it's about productivity and setting goals and getting 12 months worth of goals accomplished in 12 weeks. So I did a modified version because I wanted to break it up into quarters, and I needed, in order in my brain for me to do that, I needed to start a quarter like in July, to have July through September and then October through December, so I keep it within the calendar. So at the time I had 6 weeks left, which was half of that 12 weeks, so like 6 months, right? So I made myself a little 6-week plan. So in 6 weeks I wanted to pay off $2,500 of my debt, and obviously since I paid off $1,500 in a month, I'm over halfway there. So I need to finish this one in June. So this is my goal, is to hit that finish line by the end of June and have $2,500 paid off by the end of, within May and June, in 2 months. And then in addition to this, because I'm one of these people, I just need a visual and I need the motivation to push through, to say, okay, I'm going to hit that 15,000. So to hit the 15,000, I also, so I can see it in my brain and not just arbitrary numbers on paper, this is the 2024 $15,000 payoff. So I got my markers out and color coded and all the things, and so I started off, you know, I wanted to pay $15,000. So here, you know, I've got $11,000 left to go. Here I've got $7,500 left to go. Here I've got $3,750 left to go, and then I'm done, right? So feasibly by the end of June I would want to be here. Well, I'm not going to make it all the way there. I'd have to have a pretty good windfall. So I'm behind right now because I had these little months where I just, you know, fiddle farted around and didn't do the things. So we're not going to do that anymore though. So anyway, so I wrote, you know, January, February, I wrote my total for what I had paid off that month and total up to that point. So right at the end of May for this year, I have paid off $4,776.28 off my total. So we're getting there. It's just, it's a far cry from this. So I'm going to have to hustle. I'm going to have to try to make some extra money. That's just things I need to do to reach my goal, because I really want my balance at the end of this year should be $67,322.63 or less. That is the goal. So we're going to work really hard to get there. So I do have some stuff I'm doing. We'll see if they work. If not, we're just going to keep trucking and keep pushing through, because we can do this. We can pay the debt off. It's just a matter of perseverance and patience and drive to do it. So I hope this helped. These are from debtfreecharts.com. I don't know if they're free or paid now. I know sometimes you can get these for free and sometimes you have to pay something for them, but I've got them and used them. There's a credit card one, there's a student loan one, there's personal loan one, there's all kinds of different titles up here. So anyway, but I like to have them. I like the visual. It helps me to see how much further I've got, and it gives me, you know, points in between to say, okay, I need to be here by this time, I need to be here by this time. So anyway, I hope this helped, and wish me luck this month to try to hit that $2,500. And I should be able to do this one, just because if I make all my payments and don't add to my debt, then $1,000 should come off, and that's all I need to finish this one. So I don't think that this one will be a problem. And then we'll just push through for the next month and see how much I need to pay off. And so I may do one of these for like the next quarter, for like July through September, for how much I need to pay off to hit my 15,000. So we'll just push through, do what we can. Thank you all so much for being here today, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.